Say hello.
Hello.
Hi. Now, your father just turned 50. What do you think of that?
I think he turns 11.
11. And why don't you introduce yourself?
See how it goes from one ball
I'm
to one
Pat
ball over there?
Sinacropi,
See that?
and I'm married to Joe.
And you arranged this surprise party.
I did arrange the surprise party. Yes.
What was your lead time? How long did it take?
It took me, let's see, I started in April, so it took me 2.5 months to pull together.
And it worked. How does it feel to be 50?
I'm not 50 yet. It's only June 20th, and I'll be 50 on June 27th. And you know you're getting to be 50 because AARP tracks you down and keeps sending you notices. How does it feel? I don't know. Things are actually pretty good. I have a 3-year-old who keeps me younger, so I probably feel younger than I have in a number of years, and I get to blog all day long, so that's kind of an amazing thing. So I don't know. It's not too bad.
Okay, and were you surprised for your birthday party?
I was very surprised. It turns out there was a vast left-wing conspiracy to conspire to bring in all my friends and family for a big party that Patty had been putting together for a few months. So yes, I was very surprised.
And what did you think was going to happen?
I was just going off to dinner with we had a couple of old friends come from out of town, Hank Havick and his wife Wendy, and so we were just going out to dinner, and all of a sudden there was a vast room of people who were there.
And was it a good party? I mean, did you enjoy it?
It was a great party. I mean, I was partly roasted, but it was dry roasted, I guess one would say. There was not. This was not a Comedy Central roast, and there wasn't Betty White or anybody. No, it was very nice. Everybody said nice things, and I got.
At one point, there was a flood out here. So you probably have read about it. The floodwaters got so high that people actually had to get on the roof of a house, and they were watching the floodwaters go by, and there was lawn furniture and sporting goods, kind of floating by, and then all of a sudden there was a hat, and it floated one way, and then the hat floated back the other way, and it floated back and forth a couple times, and the person said, the water's all flowing this way, I can understand the furniture, I think, but what's with this hat? And the other guy said, oh, that's Joe Romm. Yesterday, he said, come hell or high water, he was going to mow the lawn today. It's a catchy phrase, too. Castelli immediately said, well, that can't be a true story if it involved mowing the lawn and Joe, right? But, so we all know Joe is brilliant. I know that because I read it on the internet in Climate Progress. And he is, but then there's Patty, and for Patty to have pulled this off, I think that's brilliant.
To a guy like Joe.
Well, Joe's a very focused guy, so he doesn't necessarily notice things going on around him. but I'm going to open the floor. There's a few people who are going to speak, but anybody's welcome to speak as well.
There you go. And why don't you introduce yourself?
Okay.
I'm the mother of the birthday boy.
Light touch.
And so how does it feel to have the youngest of your 3 sons turn 50?
I'm trying to get used to this whole idea. How can I possibly have a baby that is 50 years old? hey, where did the time go? Because I remember when you were all little babies. And you were the first, and the practice baby, the oldest is called. But you took care of Joey. You would holler at me, Mommy, you're not paying attention to him. He'd be at the top of the stairs, and I don't remember that we had gates then. We must have.
We did not.
But I don't remember ever seeing anywhere. And you put your body right across the, that spiral staircase going down, so this little baby wouldn't go down the stairs. And you were not approving. It was a happy time. I think you all had happy childhoods. You were all raised in a small town in which we knew all our neighbors. You walked to school, biked to school. A good way to be raised.
In these next few lines from one of Shakespeare's least known plays, entitled Joe Romm Turns 50. Joe's brother Dan explains why he will not roast his brother. Neither a roaster nor a roasty bee. No slings and arrows outrageous for me. Just praise for this praiseworthy man, I say. Joe, you I love and wish happy birthday.
So he's moved through many phases. He first was a student, and then he was a researcher, and then a government official, and now sort of a journalist slash advocacy person.
And since you've known each other so long, what do you think has been the connection? Why have you remained friends?
That's a very difficult question to answer. We have similar perspectives about the world, I think. I think we spent so much time together as children that I don't think that bond really could ever be broken. It was just we were just too close.
Does anyone here really know what Joe wanted to do when he grew up? Maybe even his mom? He wanted to be the host of The Tonight Show. Am I right? But passed over again and again, so you know how much he was eating his heart out. As Conan got the shot and blew himself up in the air, Joe could have done better than that.
Well, so you were one of the founders of the Union of Concerned Scientists. Isn't he just sort of following in your footsteps?
Maybe. Joe has always been interested in public policy of science. And, I must say he's just the proper position to exploit all of his interests and all of his knowledge and all of his background.
Well, what one piece of advice would you give him at this point?
Don't stop.
What advice would you give to someone else planning a surprise party?
To start early. Plan early. Plan as far in advance as possible. The likelihood of you keeping the surprise simply because you've forgotten that you've organized it is an important factor.
I thank Patty, and I thank Patty for the party and for everything, and for persuading me to have my daughter Antonia, which has made me a father on Father's Day.
Oh, so what do you want to say to your father?
Happy Father's Day.
Oh, thank you so much. Do you know why I'm a father?
Because you're mine.
Because of Antonia.